Hello guys, this is Champimper right here, coming in with another YouTube video. On today's video, I'm going to be going over guys on interface, how to save and load out your interface, and how to bring out some of the interface from the setting menus. So let's get on with it. First thing first, I already got my layout set up, like how this is, and then I want to save my layout too. This is how I want to see the game. So let's go down to the settings right here, go to edit layout mode, and then not load layout, and on save layout you want to save it to whether my custom 1 through my custom 4. Let's do a my custom 4. Save. Okay, save and exit. Now let's go ahead and load out a different layout. So you go down right here, instead of go to edit layout mode, you go down here to load layout, and then let's go on retro. So this is the retro layout. Let's try another one. Runescape 2 default. So this is the Runescape 2 default. Now I want to go back to my original layout, how I had already customized it. Remember the one that I saved? So instead of me going reorganizing all the interface, I can just easily go down to settings and go on load layout, and remember how I saved on my custom 4, and just hit on my custom 4. And okay, now the next thing I want to show you guys is how to pull out some of these interface and where to pull them out. Now the first one, let's go ahead and close all these abilities right here. Let's close everything right here, yeah. So I can show you guys how I pull some of these things out. Okay, so generally when you start the game, this is kind of like your basic layout. It may not be this probably not going to be down here. This could be up here, or maybe right here. So when you start the game, these are the type of interface that you probably already have. So you have the map and the chat. So let's go ahead and bring the backpack up. So to bring the backpack up, you kind of go to this icon and you see the backpack. Click on the backpack. Now you have the backpack up. And then also you want to bring the stats. You go back to the icon. You click. Now you have the stats up. Now you don't have to have the stats on the same interface as the backpack. Let's say you always want your stat to reveal, and you can click and drag out the interface, and you can have it over here. But me, I just like to save a little bit more space and put it in here. So let's bring up the equipment. There go the equipment. Now you can also bring up all of these other layout too, like achievement path. You can put down in this interface if you want, and you can also bring out achievement tracker. But normally I don't really use those, so I'm gonna go ahead and close them. But just in case if it was something that you like, you can use it. So here goes how I have my backpack, and then the next thing, how did I bring my abilities interface out? So it's easy. I just go down here. So when you go right here, you see all these pop-up menu. When you click on them, it's gonna bring an individual interface up like that, the range ability. But let's say if you want to see all of it, so you just click down here to the power menu, and here you can see all the interface that you can pull out. Now let's go ahead and pull out my prayer. Pull it out. Let's make it look a little nice and neater. Nope, sorry about that. Okay, push it down. Okay, now I got my prayer interface out. Now I can see all my prayers, and I can easily access by just clicking on here. And then you see how I have my prayer interface out, and then this part is kind of grayed out. That means you can't pull out the interface. See, you see that? So let's go ahead and pull out the rest of the other interface I had out. I had a defense right here. And then I had the range ability out. Let's pull out right there, and let's pull out the magic ability. Okay, and then let's close this power interface. Now I don't want the range of magic ability to be up. Like it's something that I just want to get quick access to it if I want to swap out my skills real quick. So I can easily just push it down here and just create another tab within this interface. Now I don't have too much boxes or interface blocking my screen. I can just click right here for defense, range, and magic. And if I want, I can even pull the melee out one too. So put the melee out one right there, just like so. Now the other one I had out was the clan list. So let's go clan list right there. I kind of like having my whole clan list out so I can see who's on, who's not on. So that's pretty much the basic and simple. I forgot to bring the familiar layout. Let's go ahead and bring that out. Let's see. Okay, it's not on the power interface, so but I see it right here. There we go. So I already had it set up right here, so that's why when I click it, it has already been right here. But for you, it might be somewhere in the middle or wherever it is. So let me put it back down here. Now that's just the basic how you pull some of the interface out. It don't have to be combat or your backpack. It can be almost like anything. So let's go to your adventure log. Let's see your mini game. Oh, we can't pull that one out, but you see how you can pull your quest one out if you like. You can't pull anything from right there. Let's see what you can pull from here. You can't pull anything from right there. Okay, so this is where you pull your quest one out. I don't really like having the quest out. And then also you can another interface you can pull out is also the task list. You see how it instantly goes to this interface, but how if I don't want it to be in this interface because I don't want it to keep switching back to the backpack in this, I can drag this out. So pretty simple, right guys? So let me go ahead and close that out. Now the next thing I want to go over is you see how I can have my Slayer count interface up and also my clock timer. How do I pull those out? Well, you just go down back to settings, and on settings you go interface right here, and then through this interface here's go the clock. If I want it off, I could put it off, and I want it on with the full background, or if I want it just the border. And then just having a clock would be just right here. This little small interface, this is from right here, show reset timer and game clock. If you don't want to show that, you can uncheck it, or you can check it back in. And same thing like the other interface, you can kind of move the clock one like whenever you want. So I just kind of have mine right here. And then the next one is the Slayer one. This is where you also pull up your Slayer interface. You see how it's a Slayer counter on top right? Well, when you go down here and move your Slayer interface, you see how it's such a big box, but it's only one small thing you need, just this little rectangle box. Well, what I mean by top right is it's gonna put at top right. So let's say if I want on bottom right, so now it's gonna put on bottom right. You see that? So top left, bottom left, so on. Let's keep it back on top right. And another thing I want to show you from this interface setting is the backpack, the dynamic backpack column. So right now I had dynamic, so that means when it's dynamic, I can kind of when I move it or extend it, it already extend to as many columns like how it fits. But let's say I want my backpack to be this big because I want my interface to be this big for whatever reason, and then I only want one column. You click down here. Now it's only gonna be one column no matter what. Like I can squeeze it or I can extend it. It's only gonna be one column. But let's say if I want 6 column, you see how it has 6 column. But then if I put my backpack back down here, it's probably not. Yeah, okay, there we go. You see how it's only 4 column? That's because the backpack is already squished to 4 columns. That's why I have my backpack right here. So it's automatically 4 columns. So if you want 6 column, you might want to extend your backpack interface out. So it goes up to 25 columns, but depending how you want big you want. Oh, 28 columns, excuse me. But generally, I just keep it dynamic. So when I move it, it expands as like so. Okay, the next thing is I want to show you guys get into more customization through the interface. Let's go back to settings and go back to edit layout mode. Okay, here's how to edit more of your layout. The first one is 3D editing. With 3D editing, it's gonna pop up a game view like this, and from here you can kind of customize the size of your screen how you want to play. And what I mean by that, I'm gonna show you. Let's say you see how I have all my interface right here. Okay, and how I don't want it to be blocking my gameplay. I can do this. Make maybe the gameplay for Runescape 3 a little bit smaller, and from this I can even have an interface just like this, and just play the game just like this. Saving it. See, just like this, and then now I have a full view of the game, and then none of my interface are blocking, and I can see everything. So let's go ahead and go back to normal. You guys remember how we did it to normal? Well, we just go back to low layout, my custom 4, and that's normal right there. Now let's go back to edit layout mode. Now I explained the 3D world editing. Now let's get to the minigame HUD. The minigame HUD is just where you want your minigame interface. It's just only one big interface, so that's pretty self-explanatory. But the most important one is the gameplay HUD right here. So from this settings, let's go ahead and move this edit mode so it's not blocking you guys. Put up here. So from this settings, it's going to show almost every interface that you can't pull up. So now for one, like your buff bar, you can kind of move your buff bar right here, and you kind of move your debuff bar. But the most important thing, what you guys want to take advantage of this one is it's a Dungeoneering map, because I know the Dungeoneering map is always right here, right? For those who did Dungeoneering, and it's so hard. It's one not so hard. It's one of those interfaces that you can't even move at all. So it's instead of moving your chat, you go to edit mode and then come to the gameplay HUDs, and you can easily move this over here, so it's not blocking your chat. And also from right here, you can kind of, let's see if we can expand our bank interface. Okay, let's put up the bank interface. Okay, you can expand your bank interface like that bigger, so you can see a more bigger version of your bank. And then it has a lot of stuff right here, but these stuff, when you're playing the game, not everything's gonna be pop up. But if it were to pop up, this is how it's gonna look like. So that's it for the gameplay HUD. Okay, let's go back and let's go to discard. So yeah, that's pretty much for the loadout and save out for RuneScape 3 interface. So I hope this video helped you a lot, and if so, please leave a like and comment. And if it doesn't help you, or if I'm missing anything, please comment down in the section, and then I'll go back and try to fix it.